we're making carbonara, which is not German, and it's not Estonian, and it's not American.
Surprise, surprise.
But we went to Rome a while ago. I can't remember.
Last October.
And we had carbonara. And after that, I was very excited to make all the Italian pastas. Oh, this is really close. Wow. And so we have made many of them. And carbonara is one of our favorites. Honestly, they're all so good that...
But, well, let's talk what do we need for carbonara.
Okay, well, we need guanciale, which is air-cured...
I can't see it if you're...
I'm sorry. Well,
you're not showing it?
I can't show it and open it at the same time. There. Guanciale. It is air-dried pork cheek. I've never heard of it being made anywhere but Italy. Although I don't know if it's like origin protected like, I don't know, Parmesan is. So, I don't know, maybe you can get your local butcher to make it. It takes like 4 months to air dry it. But this does not smell as strong as the stuff we get from the other store, but that's okay.
This is the first time we are trying this brand.
Yeah. But first things first, once you get guanciale, you have to cut off the skin. We don't want that in there. And you want to make sure that you keep as much of this fat as possible, because that is an extremely important part of the flavor. You can cut off this part if you want, but this looks like this part was already... So usually this is the inside of the pork cheek, and there's like technically skin, like the inside of the mouth skin right here. This looks like it was cut off and then they seasoned it. So I'm not going to do that this time. And so for one serving, you need 1 slice. Just like so. But we're making 2 servings, so we need 2 slices. Which that seems like a little bit more than half of this, probably. Which means that it's approximately maybe 200 grams or so. So maybe 100 grams per serving.
Well, yeah. No, this was 300.
Right, and this is a little bit more than half. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna set that aside. We don't need that. The reason we're starting with the guanciale is because it takes the longest to cook, because you have to cook it really slow. So, I usually like to cut it in half, maybe sometimes in thirds, but then we just thin slices, or thin, like little pieces. These are actually kind of thick still. I'll make that a little bit thinner maybe. Just like little pieces like this. I mean, there's different styles. You go to different restaurants in Rome and they'll cut the guanciale different ways. But I like it kind of in strips and pretty thin.
So we had it first time in Rome, I guess.
Yeah.
And then after that we made it a couple of times.
Yeah, I've done some experimenting with like how much cheese should you put and stuff like that, and I'm pretty happy with this recipe. Admittedly, it will never taste as good as what we had in Rome, probably because we're not in Rome.
I think that's the problem.
Yeah, there's something about the atmosphere. You're like sitting at the restaurant, preferably outside, and you're eating your carbonara in Rome, and like listening to the Italians talk and the smells, and just it's really nice.
And we tried 2 different carbonaras, I guess.
Did we?
Like the first night, it had
truffle. That's what it was.
exactly.
Had truffle in it. I didn't like the truffle that much. It was too strong for me.
It was really strong, and the plain one was
Would you
better.
show them what we're doing over here?
Yes.
So, this pan is cold, and that's important because if we put it in a hot pan, then it will kind of just fry it, and the fat won't have a chance to render out. And we want as much of the fat to come and become liquid. So now I'm going to turn it on to maybe around like medium, and then just kind of spread it out. It wants to have lots of contact. And then we just wait for a minute until it gets hot and starts to render out, and then we'll start stirring it, and the whole process takes maybe 20-30 minutes, so just got to be patient. And yeah, we'll just kind of let that happen for now. Probably bring you back in a minute when it's more interesting. So I forgot that you can put a lid on it to make it go a little bit faster, but still take a while. We've been in the pan for maybe 10 minutes, and we got a ways to go still, so that's all right. In the meantime, I think I can start with the rest of it, which is, let's see here, the pecorino romano and the eggs, and also pepper. Pepper is very important. Let me think here. I'm not sure I remember how to do this exactly. The cheese needs to get grated. Let's see how much. 40 grams of pecorino for every person, so I'll need 80 grams of pecorino. And then I'll need 1 egg plus 2 egg yolks for each serving. So it'll be 4 egg yolks plus 1 egg. And later on we'll need 100 grams of pasta per serving. So 200 grams of pasta. And this pasta is La Molisana. It's my favorite brand because they put it through a bronze die instead of a Teflon die, which makes it rougher, and the sauce sticks to it better. So that's what we're going to use. And anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to start grating some cheese because that takes a while to grate 80 grams of pecorino. The pecorino smells amazing. It's very greasy too. Okay. Oh, I should have that. Yep, it is coming along. I think maybe I can turn the water on now too. Let's see. Turn that on, and salting the water is important.
Definitely smell.
Very nice, as always.
Well, this is also one that we haven't tried already.
We have actually tried this one before.
We have?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess I should maybe weigh this so I know how much I'm putting in here. That would be good. Okay. $32 grams. Okay. Okay, 67. We're getting close. Okay, that is 80 grams. Well, let's separate some eggs. So, one whole egg, and then 4 yolks.
I guess now we just have to come up with something to make with the egg whites, huh?
Mm-hmm. Guanciale is just about done. Which is good. And then lots of pepper. And I like to grate the pepper fairly rough. Let's start with that.
Why did you start using the pepper grinder? Was it also?
Yeah, that was after Italy. It was because the pepper grated fresh is really different. Like, it's just so much better.
Mm-hmm.
The water's about ready too.
Yeah, freshly grinded pepper. Just first of all, the smell is so much stronger, and the taste is really
like
strong and
sweeter too.
Mm-hmm.
Not as like harsh.
yeah.
Like you can smell freshly grated pepper and you're like, it actually kind of smells good. When I smell like pre-ground pepper, I don't like the smell at all. It's like bitter almost and like really, really harsh.
Yeah.
Okay, that is ready. It's just a paste. Okay, and this is also ready. And so is our water, all at the same time. So now we need to take the guanciale out of the pan. We're going to save all the bacon grease that's left, which is not bacon grease, it's guanciale grease. Don't let me catch you making this with bacon. Don't let any Italian nonna, or any Italian in general, catch you making this with bacon. Because it might be the last thing you do.
Yeah.
Oh, would you turn this burner off? Thank you. Okay. we are about there.
Okay.
Then,
Oh, we should look at that.
oh my goodness, we got a whole spaghetti.
See?
Okay, another bowl.
It looks like there was another one. It's broken.
Okay. We need to clean the pan a little bit because there are like little tiny bits of guanciale that are kind of burnt a little bit. Like crumbs basically. And we don't want that in there. And we also need to measure the fat because the fat tastes really strong. And so if you put too much, then it is hard to eat, basically. It's good, but it's really hard to eat because it's just so strong and so rich. Okay. Just using a paper towel to wipe it out. And then, okay, I'm gonna put our spaghetti in. Oh, I need to measure how much it weighs too.
So how much spaghetti do we use in this?
100 grams per person. So this is 200 grams.
Take our special one too.
Okay. Okay. Then, would you bring them over here? I'm gonna put the spaghetti in, which is my favorite part. Nice. And this says for how long? 11 minutes, which means we're gonna do probably 8 to 9 minutes. We'll do 8 because it cooks for a while after that too. And that is that. Nice, okay, pasta is in hot. We can finish doing whatever we were doing. Oh, that's right, measuring the guanciale fat. So, 2 tablespoons of fat per person. So, let's see if you can come a little closer over here. Something like that. 1, 2. And looks like that's all of it actually. Usually it takes, much more renders out. Or perhaps I'm usually just not, let's go over. Let's see. Or perhaps I'm just better at tripping off the guanciale pieces beforehand because there's quite a bit on that paper towel right now. But yeah, it's plenty. So yeah, two tablespoons of the fat per person, and yeah, nice, fancy, looks like that. And now we're just waiting on the pasta, which is the way it's supposed to be. The sauce waits for the pasta, not the other way around. Because pasta will get soggy, the sauce will not. Because it's actually not made yet. It's just fat right now. I mean, technically it is made. It's right here, but it still needs to get cooked. Okay, our pasta is just about ready. And that means things are about to get very exciting. And kind of have to happen quickly. So plan is pasta into the pot with a little bit of the, oh, there it is. I guess I'll just show you. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, now we need some of this water. Needs to be sloppy, because now we're going to add all of this. Okay. And then a little bit more water.
So that's how your muscle grows.
Yeah, I imagine if you were to do this in a restaurant every day, you would have big arms. Okay, that's looking really nice. So now we're gonna do, so at this point the sauce is kind of runny and the egg is not cooked. And I don't really want to eat raw egg. So I'm going to put it over the top of this pot and basically make a double boiler. And the reason I'm not just putting it directly onto the stove and heating it up is because the cheese will break if it gets too hot. And so it's much safer to put it on a double boiler because a double boiler has a maximum temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. And it's much easier to regulate. So now I'll just stir this until it thickens because the egg yolks are going to help it thicken. And so will the cheese. And make a really nice, super creamy sauce. Which you can't really see what's going on, can you?
What are you doing?
Yeah, you could show them if you want. So the reason I took the pasta out so early is because we're continuing to cook it right now. And I still want it to have a little bit of bite to it. Not just soggy. Right now you can see that the sauce is really runny, just kind of runs down the sides. But in just a minute you'll see it'll thicken right up. Okay, this is about thick enough. So now we can add a little bit of guanciale to it. Most of it I want to put on top, but I will just a little bit on there, something like that. Stir that up. That is looking really good and it smells amazing. So, it's time to try it, see if it needs salt. The only salt I've put in so far is in the pasta water because both the guanciale and the pecorino romano is really salty. So I don't think it needs salt. It does need to go in my belly though. A little bit more of the cream. Lovely. Then we have a specific order for everything else that goes on here. First of all, we grate some pecorino on there. Then we need pepper. And then we put on some guanciale, just like that. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.